With the vaccine doses now just hours from arriving here, we are hearing from local hospital staffers as they prepare for the rollout. Kaylee Tracy has that story.
A historic moment for America Sunday morning. The first trucks carrying the COVID-19 vaccine pulled out of the Pfizer plant. U.S. Marshals escorting them. UPS and FedEx will deliver about 2.5 million doses to distribution centers across all 50 states by the end of the week, including a delivery to the First Coast.
We haven't done this for something like a COVID ever really in modern history of our country.
That's Chad Nielsen, UF Health's Infection Prevention Director. Nielsen and the staff at UF Health have been preparing to receive the vaccine for weeks. Prep that includes storing it at about 95 degrees below zero. According to a spokesperson, UF Health will get thousands of doses Monday, but the vaccine does need 2 doses to be effective. Staff members who volunteered will be the first to be vaccinated. The spokesperson says they've told frontline workers and any other staff members who want to get vaccinated to sign up through a portal. 97,500 doses will go to hospitals across Florida for healthcare workers in the first shipment. A little more than 82,000 will go to nursing homes and assisted living facilities, totaling around 179,000 doses to be delivered across Florida, enough to vaccinate more than 89,000 people. The vaccine is not expected to be available to the general public until the spring or summer. Kaylee Tracy, First Coast News, on your side.